Man who served under Walz says governor retired before unit head deployment news. As Tim Walz's military record under scrutiny as he joins Kamala Harris on Democratic ticket. Harris-Walz camouflage Midwest princess hat reaches nearly $1 million in sales a day after release. Trump and Harris to debate on ABC. Trump says he wants two more. Kate Blanchett says no one got paid anything for Lord of the Rings. I basically got free sandwiches and I got to keep my ears. Channing Tatum hopes Deadpool and Wolverine Gambit cameo leads to standalone movie. I pray to God. Jenna Ortega says everybody in Hollywood wants to be politically correct, but that lacks honesty and makes us lose a lot of our humanity and integrity.
Crypto leaders demand Gary Gensler's removal in White House meeting. Donald Trump Jr. is launching a crypto platform to take on the banks. Japan's top finance regulator hesitant on crypto ETF approvals.
Japan issues first megaquake warning for Nankai Trough after strong tremor. And magnitude 5.3 earthquake hits Tokyo after Japan issued megaquake advisory. Also, Japan's PM cancels overseas trip after experts issue megaquake warning. Waves as high as 80 centimeters registered in Japan in wake of earthquake.
ByteDance is said to seek refinancing of $5 billion loan. Temu owner Colin Huang is now China's richest person. Apple says there's no price Microsoft could pay to make it ditch Google. They offered to give us Bing for free.
Microsoft researchers report Iran hackers targeting U.S. officials before election. Kaspersky Lab registers twofold growth of infected smart devices in Russia. It's not worth paying to be removed from People Finder sites, study says. In Australia, Cadbury doubles the price of Freddo frogs and Caramello koalas with chocolate giant citing record cocoa costs for increase. Mention of heat waves at all-time high in India's earnings calls. Pakistan sees solar boom as Chinese imports surge, BNEF says.
In the U.S., former Syrian prison official charged with immigration fraud about his time running a Syrian prison where prisoners, including political dissidents, were physically mistreated. DNA on weapons implicates former U.S. Green Beret in attempted Venezuelan coup, federal officials say. U.S. federal judge again dismisses Mexico's lawsuit against most gun manufacturers.
In the U.S., former finance minister of Mozambique convicted of $2 billion fraud and money laundering scheme. NYC's Ice Cream Museum is sued by a man who says he broke his ankle jumping into the sprinkle pool.
German armored vehicles are rolling into Kursk again after more than 80 years. Ukraine stuns Russia. In Germany, AfD and BSW heat things up in the east. Anti-Ukraine sentiment is growing. Perplexity's popularity surges as AI search startup takes on Google. AI coaching replacing human instructors at high-tech Chinese driving school. Figures new humanoid robot leverages OpenAI for natural speech conversations.
South Korea could take years to rebuild spy networks after leak exposes undercover agents. 10 days ago, South Korea arrests official over alleged data leak exposing spies, as claimed in reports. Previously, South Korea reports leak from its military intelligence command. Canadian North Korea expert UN official detained in Switzerland on espionage charges.
FBI and CISA warn of black suit ransomware that demands up to $500 million. Windows Update downgrade attack on patches fully updated systems. Hackers could spy on cell phone users by abusing 5G baseband flaws, researchers say. Japan holds ceremony on 79th anniversary of Nagasaki bombing, and G7 ambassadors to miss Nagasaki atomic bomb memorial over Israel's exclusion. Saudi Arabia says Hamas leader's killing was blatant violation of Iran's sovereignty. U.S. bans imports from 5 more Chinese companies over Uyghur forced labor allegations.
Israel PM's office announced Israel will attend August 15 talks to finalize the details for implementing deal. Qatar, Egypt, US invite Israel and Hamas to resume Gaza ceasefire talks. Hostage and ceasefire deal talks stall over new Netanyahu demands, Israeli officials say, as Netanyahu to reject deal releasing all hostages if it doesn't end Hamas control of Gaza.
Alaska glacier outburst floods Juneau, damages more than 100 homes. 10 years of research shows chlamydia vaccine can save lives of wild koalas. Fell to 10th leading cause of death in the U.S. last year, down from 4th. Hong Kong to stop offering Sinovac COVID vaccine when current stocks expire in October. First imported cases of Zika-like virus detected in Europe.
The Global Alliance for Responsible Media is discontinuing after Elon Musk's X filed an antitrust lawsuit against it, as advertisers axe corporate responsibility scheme after lawsuit from Musk's X. 3 days ago, Musk's X sues Unilever, Mars and CVS over massive advertiser boycott. Montreal man wants to sue social media platforms for being too addictive. Meta and Google secretly targeted minors on YouTube with Instagram ads.
In India, 5 children injured in Bihar while trying to make bomb using YouTube tutorial. Russian chess player accused of trying to poison opponent by smearing pieces with mercury. Iran executes 36 convicts in 24 hours.
Legalizes crypto mining and brings an experimental regime. U.S. policy group proposes Bitcoin tax-free zone for digital economy growth. Brazil grants approval to world's first spot Solana ETF.
Demands refund after dismal product sales.
European Commission announces hot-rolled coil anti-dumping investigation into Egypt, India, Japan, and Vietnam. U.S. tops China as Germany's biggest trading partner. Japan's automakers lose market share in China and Thailand as EVs spread.
In Germany, Bundestag sees no issue with Ukraine using leopards on Russian territory. Natural enemies China and Russia brought together by U.S. Democratic leaders, says Donald Trump. Putin signs law allowing foreign banks to open branches in Russia. 11 years ago, Putin signs law banning opening of foreign bank branches in Russian Federation.
Mexico rejects Ukraine's request to arrest Russia's Putin during visit. UN official says 95% of Ukrainian soldiers in Russian captivity face torture. Former intelligence agent Ritter says FBI searched his home because of ties to RT, Sputnik. 1 year ago, it had been reported as Russia uses former UN weapons inspectors' Ukraine misinformation for domestic propaganda. Reportedly, Tim Walz's net worth is less than the average American's. Joe Rogan says he supports RFK Jr. over Trump, Harris. Trump took a private flight with Project 2025 leader in 2022.
Trump says abortion's not a big factor in elections anymore. Evangelical leaders call out danger as prophets tie God to Donald Trump. Arizona grand jurors discussed indicting Trump, but prosecutors urge them not to. Roblox banned from Turkey for causing abuse of children following an Instagram blackout. A TikTok ban may be next. Venezuela's Maduro blocks X access in country for 10 days. YouTube no longer opens in Russian desktop browsers.
ASUS and MSI BIOS updates for Intel 13th and 14th generation unstable crashing CPUs now rolling out, and Intel faces shareholder class action lawsuit for allegedly concealing foundry business problems. WD announces enterprise 128 terabytes SSD, 8 terabytes SD cards, and a 16 terabytes external SSD at FMS 2024. Samsung is recalling 1 million stoves to prevent pets from setting your home on fire.
A new report finds Boeing's rockets are built with an unqualified workforce, and NASA says Boeing Starliner astronauts may fly home on SpaceX in 2025. Cybersecurity firm Trend Micro explores sale, sources say. Petrobras reports 2.6 billion Brazilian reals loss in Q2. Company will pay 13.57 billion Brazilian reals in dividends. Wall Street sees end of Fed's quantitative tightening this year. JP Morgan raises odds of U.S. recession by year-end to 35%. Warren Buffett now owns more T-bills than the Federal Reserve.
Paramount Global announces it will cut 15% of U.S. workforce. Shares rise on second quarter earnings, and Paramount takes $5.98 billion write-down on cable networks in Q2 tied to Skydance deal, while streaming turns first profit. Warner Brothers Discovery earnings reports reveals Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League caused a 41% loss in video game revenue, and WB Discovery wants to license franchises, which include Batman to Harry Potter and more, to other game studios.
Chinese competitor to Nvidia charged with financial fraud loses spot on Shenzhen Stock Exchange. HP to move production of millions of PCs to Thailand, Mexico. TSMC sales grow 45% in July on strong AI chip demand.
One more drop in the AI ocean. PLEIA's/Ocirono's Vintage. Ocirono's Vintage is a small specialized model for OCR correction of cultural heritage archives pre-trained with LLC. Ocirono's Vintage is only 124 million parameters. It can run easily on CPU or provide correction at scale on GPUs, 10K tokens/seconds, while providing a quality of correction comparable to GPT-4 or the Llama version of Ocirono's for English-speaking cultural archives.
CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA releases one industrial control systems advisory for Dorset Controls InfoScan. Royal ransomware actors rebrand as Black Suit, FBI and CISA release update to advisory. CISA adds 2 known exploited vulnerabilities to catalog for Android kernel remote code execution vulnerability and Apache OFBI's path traversal vulnerability. CISA releases secure by demand guidance.
Deletes post spreading fake news about UK detainment camps, and UK PM Keir Starmer confirms Online Safety Act to be reviewed after far-right riots. ISIS-inspired suspect planned suicide attack at Taylor Swift concert, Austrian authorities say. Bulgarian parliament bans LGBTQ+ propaganda in schools.
In the UK, migrant numbers fall sharply after curbs on family visas. Swedish emigrants to outnumber immigrants for first time in 50 years, as per government. Poland to pay monthly benefit to people aged over 100.
Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers, from 09 August 2024, Nintendo Switch TM Sports, Minecraft, Stardew Valley, NBA 2K24 Kobe Bryant Edition, Among Us, Mario Kart TM8 Deluxe, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020.
From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of July 29th to August 4th, 2024. Weekly top lists of the most watched TV in English. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Season 1. Cobra Kai, Season 6. Simone Biles Rising, Season 1. Dirty Pop, The Boy Band Scam, Limited Series. Unsolved Mysteries, Volume 4. Too Hot to Handle, Season 6. Weekly top lists of the most viewed TV, non-English. Elite, Season 8. Master of the House, Season 1. Tokyo Swindlers, Season 1. Sweet Home, Season 3. Miss Night and Day, Limited Series. Desperate Lies, Season 1. Another Self, Season 2. Sweet Home, Season 3.
From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of July 29th to August 4th, 2024. Weekly list of the most viewed films in English. Saving Bikini Bottom, The Sandy Cheeks Movie. PAW Patrol, The Mighty Movie. Don't Breathe 2. Trolls Band Together. Find Me Falling. Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. Weekly list of the most viewed films, non-English. Non-negotiable. Savi. Borderless Fog. Mr. and Mrs. Mahi. Maharaja. Blame the Game. Under Paris.
Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, August 2nd to Thursday, August 8th, 2024. Who? Jimin. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish.
Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter.
Please Please Please, Sabrina Carpenter. Guest featuring Billie Eilish. Charlie XCX, Billie Eilish.
Si antes te hubiera conocido, Karol G. Good Luck, Babe.
Chapel Roan. Gata Only, Floyd Minor, Chris MJ. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Bye Bye Bye, from Deadpool and Wolverine soundtrack, NSYNC.
Top hits on Apple Music the 9th of August 2024. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. I Had Some Help, feat. Morgan Wallen, Post Malone. A Bar Song, Tipsy, Shabuzi. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Pink Skies, Zach Bryan. Lies Lies Lies, Morgan Wallen. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube Music Charts. Global Top Songs July 26th to August 1st, 2024. Si Antes Te Hubiera Conocido, Karol G, Torba Torba, Karen Aujala. Gata Only, Floyd Minor and Chris MJ. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Alibi, Savdaliza, Pablo Vittar and Usult. Check Check Boom, Stray Kids. Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter. Age Ki Rat, Madhu Banti Bagchi, Divya. Bye Bye Bye, NSYNC.
Crypto, streaming, tech and more. Daily News Digest, 09. August 2024.